And we are live. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? So good to see you. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to another Inhumanoids Live. I'm your host, Barton Unley. My co-host, as always, my beautiful wife, Letitia. Say hello, baby.
Hey, everybody. Nice to see you guys. Tane, thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you, Tane. Thank you to everyone who's here. Crystal, Paula, Larry, Brother Larry, Fisher Spam. Hello there. Brother William, Acio, Martin, Bubba, how you doing? I just watched you on TV yesterday.
Sam Barton, Truthy Ruthie.
Hello, Judy, Catherine, MG Rides. That's
86.
Goshawk, Ristall. You guys, Lolo.
Crystal, Werewolf.
Wow.
Larry. Can keep up. I'm done way behind in chat already, y'all.
Thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you. I'm so sorry if we missed your name. I'm sure we've missed several, but we're doing our best. I'm so far behind in chat already. I cannot catch up. Look how far behind I am.
We'll get to you all eventually, I hope.
I'm going.
Congratulations to
Hello.
To Martin and
Paula. Judy. Sorry, go ahead.
Congratulations to Martin for being on the latest Small Town Monsters documentary. He was there with our Wolf brothers, Joe and Jesse Doyle, Elijah Henderson. I think that's it, right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys.
Oh, Daryl?
Daryl, yeah, brother Daryl was in there too. Yeah, congratulations to all you guys. If you haven't checked it out yet, go watch that show as soon as this one's over. It's pretty cool.
Yep. Tennessee Ridge Runner, Gosh Hawk, Paula. I'm just gonna try to get everybody if I can. Kenneth, Judy, Catherine, if I haven't said you, Madeline, Edith, a face in the crowd. Hey, sister.
Sister Angie.
Ivy, Fisher Spam, Lolo, I think I got you. Martin, hey, brother Martin. Okay, I'm gonna have to move on to new comments. I'm sorry.
Okay, are you done? Are you sure?
I think I skipped half of them, but I had to.
So
hey,
yeah. So the Small Town documentary, Small Town Monsters documentary, is all about the LBL, right? And things that you might be able to find down there if you're lucky or unlucky enough. Not a lot of people look, thank goodness, because going into LBL at night is really a big deal. But yeah, congratulations, you guys, and we'll be going on another expedition soon. Matter of fact, we're going to go somewhere this weekend, right, honey?
Going somewhere this weekend. Thank you, hand of God.
Yes, thank you, hand of God. We're going to try out all our new equipment that, thanks to the generosity of you guys, our extended family members and YouTube family members. Thanks to y'all's generosity, we've got some equipment now to actually take out in the field and work with. And so,
hey, Jerry. Hey, Southforth 10. Hey, Sparky.
Yeah, hey. Oh my goodness, look at all these good people.
Oh my goodness, I can't keep up. Okay.
So, honey, I know you have to do your prayer request before we get into all the other stuff. Yes, the most important part of the show here.
So bad news. Sorry, guys. I hate to bring bad news, but I have to bring some bad news. Sure. So our little brother Jatesh, everybody knows Jatesh. His dad passed away Friday, June the 14th. He'd been fighting a long battle with some illnesses, so. We need some extra prayers for Brother Jatesh.
Yes.
He's like,
so sorry, brother.
He's part of our family, and it just breaks my heart that he's going through this right now. So please, guys, pray for him. Sherry Griffey is home from the hospital. She had a pretty bad infection that she got on the site where they put her pacemaker in. She's doing a little bit better. She sent me some pictures. She don't look real great, but she is doing better. She's staying with her daughter for a couple of days.
Well, she always looks beautiful.
She's always beautiful. I'm talking about her incision.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. I'm not sure I want to see that.
But she's staying with her daughter, I believe Nikki, for a couple of days, and she's taking care of her, so she's in good hands. And we thank everybody for your prayers for her.
Yes, definitely.
Keep praying. Please keep praying for her. We have some more. Mark Staten, Sam Barton, Hawk. He works in a horrible hot factory, so he's just constantly pray for him every night. He has a rough time in that factory. I know he does. I'm sure a lot of people do. So
Yeah.
Cowboy 4572's wife Cindy, Scott's Life's daughter Megan, Casey Murphy, Nadine Bush Smith, Crystal Cook, Terry Allen and his wife Caroline, Christy Leslie, Greg House, Mark D, Miss C.D. Squatcher, David Hughes's mom and dad, Mr. T, Jackie Hall, sister-in-law, Julie, Krista Tweedy and her family, Brandy Butcher and her mom, Gary Spike Sr., my brother Kevin Smith, he's not doing real well. My son Dustin Jones is having some issues. He needs some prayers, please. Brother Heck, Spunky Sparky, Nikki G and Brandon, Werewolf, our grandsons Paul and Parker. We still haven't got the test results back for Paul, correct?
Right.
Okay, so we're still waiting for test results for Paul. Truth Walker, she's needing a job pretty bad, guys. She's trying her best to find something, and she's just having a lot of trouble finding something. So we need prayers for her. Scott Hanna and Snuffy Dryer. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody.
Dyer.
Snuffy Dyer. Okay, Snuffy Dyer. Birthdays, Christy Crawford, Roger Gay, Ron Moorhead, Ania, and Brandy Butcher. Happy birthday, June.
Happy birthday, everyone.
All right. That's my announcements. Now, do you want to show the...
So now we actually, thanks to you guys, we started out with a flashlight and a cell phone camera, and thanks to your generosity, it's just been overwhelming. Thank you to everyone who believes in us and what we're trying to do here. We've been able to use the money that you guys have donated us to buy some equipment. We have a really cool drone, so it shoots 4K, right?
Yep. And we can show that.
Yeah.
And we can tell who that's from. They don't care anymore.
Okay, this is from Brother Jitesh Patel.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to get it out of the box because I don't want it to get broke. So this is our nice new drone.
Yes, here, you better let me handle it.
No, I don't think so.
Uh,
I'll let him
Easy
handle it. Okay. You can pull these out.
okay.
Yep. I don't think you've ever opened the drone, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
So you will not be allowed to touch this
I
drone.
cannot touch
Just
the drone. I crashed it.
hand it to me,
I
and that's all you get
crashed
to do.
it the other day.
You guys check that bad boy out. It's got that little gimbal there. So imagine if we had this and we filmed that portal in the LBL, right? So we're going to go back soon, then that on our next trip, and film that exact same location. So you guys know that it was not a campfire, right? So have that. Thank you so much, Brother Jitesh and Brother Vic. That's his real name, Vic.
I don't know if everybody know that.
Well, we love you, man, and prayers of comfort for you, brother. Thank you so much for your generosity. We also have.
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute, guys. See, that was the lid for the lens.
That's why you're not going to be handling this drone. This is going to be all me.
Yeah, the drone is all him. I crashed it already.
Right. So he did take it out. Letitia crashed it, but luckily she didn't break it. It works beautifully.
I crashed it in the house because you made me.
The 4K, she's 4K quality video, and it's absolutely amazing. I can take this thing up several hundred feet and about 1,500 feet out. So this is going to extend our vision and visibility for about half a mile at least. So
I just want everybody to know that it was Bart's fault that I crashed the drone. He made me get it out. He made me try it. I cannot fly a drone. I'm left-handed.
All the
controls are backwards. So all his fault. I have a hole in the wall. He now has to patch. Thank goodness you're a painter.
Thank goodness. That's nothing. I just don't want the drone to be damaged, right? So now we have this here. Thanks to you guys' generosity, especially the generosity of one certain person who doesn't want to be named. She wants to remain anonymous. We have this bad boy.
And I don't know if I'm going to let you touch this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now that is a
FLIR Scion PTM 366. It is you can record video, take pictures. Yeah, 8 different color palettes. Zoom in, zoom out.
Fantastic. So imagine if we'd have had this the night we walked upon that thing by the Iron Bridge, right? The whole world would be amazed right now with the footage that we'd have gotten. So we're going to try to repeat that soon. Like Brother Joe says, hopefully lightning will strike twice, but lightning has really struck the last 3 times we've been in the LBL, right? We've got the audio, we have the screenshot of the thing at the bridge, and now the video of the portal, or whatever it is. You know, I can't say 100% it's a portal, but a couple of us saw some figures moving around there that had no heat signature. So you tell me what you think it was. Let us know in the comments there. So it's our favorite night. It's a favorite time here on YouTube. Open mic night. So if any of you guys, baby, can you drop the link?
Yep.
Okay, let's put this thermal back up, nice and safe. We don't know nothing. So we did try that out last night, and it works great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Just fantastic quality video, and you don't see that a lot.
All right, clear, safe.
Everything over there safe.
Everything's safe.
Okay. What was that saying?
Since we prayed for my nephew, they have downgraded his cancer stage 4 to early stage 3. They think they might be able to save him now. That is such wonderful news.
Praise the Lord on that.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
Praise the Lord. Thank
William,
you.
we still have to get down there to see you, brother. It's going to be soon, I hope. And you know, it's when you have a day job, it's everything. It's just a struggle to do. When I get home from my day job, I'm so exhausted and hot, I just want to collapse. So, but you know, I have things to do. We are going to get over there to see you and the creek that you've seen the Bigfoot prints in very, very soon. So yes, open mic night.
Open mic night. William back.
We love it. We love open mic night. Honey, did you drop the link?
Not yet. I was still trying to catch up, but
Okay.
William says, I believe in you, Bart, because you believed in me. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome, Brother William. I know you're a fine, upstanding gentleman, fine Christian, and easy to believe in people like you.
There's a link in the
So there's a link, and if you
guys.
want to call me on my phone, if you have my number, feel free to call. A lot of people have my number. Yeah, we'll get going and talk about some stuff. So
I'm never gonna be able to catch up here. Woo, I'm so far
Let me help
behind.
you.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Drones come back to launch site. Yes, ours does, and thank
Yes.
goodness for it.
hello, Truthy Ruthie,
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, and Paula Campbell. We say hello to Paula. Okay.
I think I did. Hello, Miss P. Jean 63. Kevin, I think I missed him. Bart, will that drone be programmed to run on GPS? Yes, it already is.
Okay, we have our first caller here. All right, let's see how I do this here. Put him on speakerphone. Oh, just lost him.
You hung up on it.
No, I didn't. I never touched the button there.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, he'll call. I'm sure he'll call back. Now I'm totally out of sync with everything. But that's okay. Thank you so much. All right, here's another caller. Hold on just 1 second. How you doing, brother?
Hello, Bart.
So everyone, this is Greg Yost. He's from Southern Indiana. He calls himself the Squatch Man. So how's it going up there in Southern Indiana, Greg?
Hey, man, pretty good. Bart, my old pal. Thanks for taking my phone call.
Yeah.
I've been following you, throughout the years, and you're one of the few out there that actually know the truth and think like I do, and really impressive.
Well, thanks for saying that, brother. I've been doing this a long time. Thank you, Brother Charlie, for your donation. That's quite generous. Love you, brother. We got to talk soon. But yeah, I've been doing this a long time, Greg. So I've been experiencing this stuff for 50 years and researching and talking to people for 40. So I've got a pretty big head start on a lot of the people out there doing this. But thank you for the kind words, bro.
I give praise for the man deserves it. I mean, and you're one of the few people who, like myself, I don't care what people think of me.
Right.
You're gonna tell them how it is, man. Your truth. If they don't want to believe you, go kick rocks. I mean, I don't care.
Right.
I'm just telling you the way it is.
Exactly.
A lot of times, that people can't get a grasp or understand more to the story about these things, you know. They want to keep it simple, you know, and undiscovered flesh and blood ape,
Monkey.
monkey man, whatever, walking in the woods.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is, man. And anybody that does this, you know, like you, 50 years, yeah, I ain't been doing it that long. I've been doing it since I had my first encounter back in '02. So I've been doing it over 20 years, about 22 years. But I've seen enough out there to know that I know there's way more to it than what a lot of people think they are.
Right. So it's not a simple subject at all. Unfortunately, for most people, it is very complex. But I just tell the truth, man, and I'm up here for the people that will believe me what I say. I'm not up here for the people who don't believe me. So I can't help those people.
Exactly.
Amy and Corey, his name is Greg Yost.
Greg Yost, the Squatch Man.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was on Facebook listening to y'all, but for some reason they let me sign in, and says my password's wrong.
Well, it does me like that all the time, man. Yeah.
I mean, YouTube, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's always something, man. But,
Right.
but anyway, yeah, I'm glad to be here.
We're glad you're here.
I got a lot to talk about here with Barton, man. We're a lot alike, and you know, people like to call it the woo, going down rabbit holes, this, that. Well, I just want to let a couple of facts out. You know, there's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of game cameras all over America in every forest, every national forest, state forest, people's woods, private woods. They're everywhere. And we got every kind of animal that's out there on them. Bear, elk, moose, deer, rabbit, raccoon, yeah, anything that lives in the woods. We got them on them game, you know, nice clear photo. So if Bigfoot was just a so-called flesh and blood mammal and ape, nothing else, so like a lot of people claim he is, he even highly ranked big shots in the Bigfoot community, if you want to call it that. You know, they all lean towards that. Dr. Benedigo, he's a great guy. He really loved the subject, but he thought that's all there was and nothing more to him, flesh and blood. So anyway.
That tells me that he don't have much experience with them then.
Exactly. But anyway, you got all these trail cameras out there and not one clear picture, not one image of a Bigfoot. Now, you think that's just coincidence, or you think that they're so intelligent, they know the frequency of these things, you know, the infrared it emits, the different wavelengths going through the forest. You know, they live out there, they know everything about that forest. You know, they're not idiots. And do they stay away from them, or is it just by luck they never go by them? Which I can't really buy that because they're everywhere.
Right. No creature can be that lucky. We tried trail cams for 10 years. And we got just about every animal that's in these Kentucky woods except for Black Panthers and Bigfoot. So, you know, Greg, after 10 years, I just thought, well, I'm wasting my time doing this. You know, I knew it wouldn't be successful anyway, but you know, you have to try, right? So you have to test your theories to either disprove or prove them. And I've been trying to disprove my theory that these things are some type of supernatural entity. I've been trying to disprove that theory for 40 years, and I've yet to do it. I haven't even come close, right? So,
it was hard to.
Well, you can't disprove a truth. That's for sure.
Oh, no, you can't disprove it. Just like you know, people that would argue saying that it's a flesh and blood ape. You know, but they no longer can prove that theory then we can ours.
Right.
And with all the people that have seen stuff like we have seen, I mean, from all over the country, you know, a lot of people say that there's a lot more. I mean, I admit there's some people that are really out there, really deep down that rabbit hole. I don't know. Some people, might be too deep into it. I mean, as far as these people that say, they know their names and they come to visit them in their house, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't bought into that yet. I ain't saying it ain't true, but if that was the truth, I would think they would visit me as much as they like me. I mean, I'm highly loved by the forest people. That's what I call them.
Yeah.
And like you, I don't think, like I told you earlier when I talked to you on the phone earlier tonight, I don't think they're an earthly creature at all. I think they're from another universe. I think they're interdimensional travelers. I think they travel by spacecraft as well. I believe they're energy beings that can turn into energy whenever they want, and they can walk right up to us, and occasionally you can smell them, and sometimes you can't, but they are right there with us. And I know this for a fact. I got witnesses to a lot of this stuff. One night I was up on a place called UFO Mountain, I named, in the forest here in Indiana, where I always go. And it's where everything happens. This is where I'm going to take you when you come up. Me and my friend John and my son Eugene, there's a big log across the road. This is a one-way forest road going up the mountain. So I'm like, guess what, guys? We're coming back here tonight. The people did this. They don't want nobody up here. Something big's going to happen up here. So we went back that night. We were camping there, and it was in March. It was a cold weekend. I remember it well. It was drizzling, and it was a pretty nasty weekend to go camping. But they're out there. We're out there. So when we go up the mountain, man, and I parked my Jeep right there by the log, and I told her about a tree that fell over the road. And I turned it around in case we had to make a quick getaway. It was pointing in the direction we had to go. So when we walk up the hill there and walk a couple miles, and we sat down on the road for a while and rested, and then we started walking back, and we got up to the crest of the hill where my Jeep was down there at the bottom where the tree was at, and there was a bunch of amber lights down there. I mean, a bunch of them. So I told John and Eugene, I said, look, it looks like a village down there. And I said that, a bunch more, man, and they all looked up to us. And I'm like, holy moly. I said, hey, gentlemen, there are Bigfoots down there. And we were really excited. And we kept walking down this one-way hill going down to my Jeep. And their eyes were all over my Jeep. You can see the cherry red metallic in the glass shining, with the eye shine. And it was really, just amazing. And we kept getting closer and closer. And they didn't run. Occasionally they looked at us. They looked around. I'm sorry, man. Somebody's trying to call me. There you go. And they kept looking around. They wasn't frightened. I believe they knew it was me. And we were getting really close to them. I thought we were going to walk right into them. And I counted 12 sets of eyes. So that means there's 12 of them I've seen. And the other guy had seen them too. So we were about 30 feet away. Here comes this big bright light going through the woods, about the size of a locomotive light. Big, pure white light, just gliding through the woods, right through the trees. No shadows, no nothing, no noise. Just a big, pure light. And then the closer it got, the bigger it got. And this was going over a 400 or 500 foot ravine with straight down walls that a man would have a hard time going down. and almost impossible to climb up. So anyway, this craft, whatever it was, stops right even to where all this is happening. They all take off running down the ravine. You can hear them sound like a stampede. They're all running down that hill. I mean, we're up on a mountain. This is a very steep hill. So when we make it to the Jeep, we're right about as the last one went down, and we could really hear that one good. Really, really loud. So anyway, the light down there went off, and you can hear them running all the way down. I guess it's all the way down at the bottom, and they run all the way to the bottom. So I looked up, and there was a 90-degree turn about 30 feet from the Jeep. Then I looked down there, and there was two very, very large ones, 12, 15 footers, standing there with the yellow eyes staring at us. And I mean, they were, they were the guardians, and making sure everything went okay. Yeah, we didn't try to do nothing to them, whatever. And then they exited down the hill. So, John turns on his red light and starts shining around my Jeep. And there's fingerprints, smudges, handprints all over my Jeep. And my son goes, "Dad, will your Jeep start?" I'm like, yeah. I said, "I don't know." And he kept asking. And finally I said, "Are you scared, man?" He goes, "No, I'm not scared." You know, zapping energy. He goes, "I want to know if I got to walk out the camp, 2 or 3 miles away, and get my car and come out and get y'all." So I reached in there and started right up. So he goes, "Oh, that's good."
So these things came and put their hands all over your vehicle without you guys seeing them at all?
Well, we've seen the eye shine, man, and they were all different sizes. There were small ones there that probably were the children. There were 6, 7 footers, and then they were the big ones, 10, 12 footers.
And you were outside of your vehicle, right?
Yeah, they had my whole vehicle circled. It's like they were, never seen nothing like that, and they were just really checking it out. Didn't damage anything, just, like they were looking in the windows and touching it. Just like we probably did. We've seen something like that we never seen.
Right. We just had something like that happen to us a couple weeks ago down in Alabama, down there with Mark Green and Becca Green. We went to this one place and and we did a little squatch and a little videoing and came back to the car and everything's fine. Went down this really, really dusty road, and at our next stop, all the dust from the road had collected onto these fingerprints, and there must have been,
oh my goodness, a
40, there was a bunch, 40 or 50 on my side of the car. Yeah, we got pictures of them.
Little tiny.
Didn't we show pictures of those?
Yeah, we showed them last week.
Yeah, we showed pictures last week.
We need to say something.
I want to say something to my good sister. I'm not going to say her name. Art Psychic, her handle, right?
Artsy Chick.
Artsy Chick, is that it?
I think so.
Okay, Artsy Chick, right.
We haven't forgot you, girl.
We haven't forgot you. She has made these for us now. That's the new Brotherhood of the Wolf logo, or symbol, not a logo, but a symbol. You see how good that looks? Much better than the old crude ones, right? So we'll be handing these out and selling them.
We didn't forget you. We're very particular on who gets those.
Right.
Because they are so beautiful.
They are so nice. And so far, I think only a couple people have these outside of the Brotherhood of the Wolf. These are largely only for the members of the Brotherhood of the Wolf. But thank you so much, sister, for making these and sending them. You just did a great job. So, yeah, thanks again. Let's put this over. We'll get. Okay, so all the Bigfoot, Greg, ran toward the giant orb, right, and disappeared.
Yes. The light went off, and they all run to it. So apparently, he put 2 and 2 together, and it was some kind of rendezvous. They were all over there waiting for that, and they run to it. So it was a Saturday night, probably 2 in the morning. It was drizzling out, a horrible night. And that's what we do. That's the best time that you catch shit real late at night. Oh, I'm sorry. But that's when
right.
you catch that's when you catch the best evidence real late at night.
Yeah. 10 to 4
I tell people that on these campouts. I mean, I know people go to bed at 10 o'clock. I'm like, hey, don't go to bed. All the stuff starts happening after midnight.
Right. Sometimes it don't start happening to 2 a.m. So yeah.
Or 3 a.m. The witching hour.
Yeah, you got to be ready. You can't go to bed at 9
you
o'clock.
gotta be ready. I mean, if you have to, you sleep all morning. Sleep
Right.
in, sleep till noon.
Right.
And then stay up late. That's what I tell people. I mean, I know people got the other habits. To the older guys, the IBRO I belong to,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them guys like sucking out early. And I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning hearing, big owls out there in the woods. I'm like, yeah, you guys are missing it all.
Missing it all.
Isn't it?
Corey, yes.
Yeah, come up here to hear stuff like that on a Bigfoot camp out, and they're sleeping through it.
Right. Doesn't make any sense. Does it? Yes, Corey. Sasquatch do have dermal ridges just like we do on their fingers. Now, whatever touched our vehicle had really oily fingers, and so we was able to photograph really close. The dust had actually stuck to the dermal ridges, so we could see the fingerprints in these things. So yeah, definitely do have fingerprints like we do.
Artsy Chick William Bays wants to know what the symbols are made of.
Yeah, so it's
a vinyl. It's a vinyl sticker.
Yeah, vinyl sticker. Now I come up with that. The emblem. It's 2 swords with a wolf crest. So yeah, that's what that is. It's 2 swords with a wolf shield in the middle. So that's basically what it is, Brother William. But like I say, they're for the Brotherhood of the Wolf. Not maybe a few other people, that probably had no chance of coming down and joining the Brotherhood. But Brother Charlie, you're invited. Anytime you want to come down, you let us know. Hello there, Brother Mark.
Hi, Mike. Hey, Pug Elf. I hope you get to feeling better, sweetie.
Yes, definitely. So, Greg, now I know you've had a lot of experiences with Bigfoot. I know Southern Indiana, it's a hotbed of activity, just like right across the river in Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
All the river bottoms are like this. So hundreds and hundreds of miles on both sides of all these rivers. This is the place that you find these things. They use the rivers basically as highways, right? So,
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Brother Daryl. So all the Bigfoot experiences that you've had, has any of them frightened you, or were they all peaceful?
Well, actually, the first one I had that got me into this, if you like, I'll tell it to you real quick.
Let me say a prayer real quick. We got another prayer request for Laura. She had a surgical procedure and it was really painful. So everybody, please pray. Please pray for Sister Laura.
A lot of people having problems right now. They need prayer more
Sorry,
than
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg. Tell us about your frightening, your first encounter.
Okay, well, like I say, I just got spent 11 years in the Navy.
Thank you for service.
In 1987. And I bought a trailer over here in southern Indiana, right by the river in Jeffersonville. I'm from Louisville. And so I'm just like you, man. I'm a Kentucky boy. And I remember when I had them pictures, and you go, Kentucky boys, I had copies made.
Right.
Yeah, so we go back, 10 years or better.
Yeah, at least 10 years.
Yeah. So anyway, I got married, man, had a couple of babies, and I had a good job over in Louisville, man, with welding at a appliance factory making heavy duty dryers for laundromats and stuff like that. So one after another, man, it was like lightning was striking all over me. Then it started hitting me. Once I lost my job, I got laid off. Bad times back in the late early 2000s.
Yeah.
A lot of companies closing. Yeah, it was bad. So I lost my job, laid off, and then my wife left me, man, and took my babies with me. So that's all I had was my dog Buddy.
Oh, I was going to say, did your dog stick by you? At least.
Oh yeah, he's my best friend, man.
Yeah,
He
so
went
good.
everywhere with me.
Right.
So I was getting unemployment, man. So I was getting by. I was going homeless or nothing, and I started going around the forest to try to find myself, man. It was nice and peaceful. The tranquility out there. I wanted to find myself and my purpose in life. So I would go out and I'd do serious thinking, and I'd go to Barton State Forest, which is in DuBois County. This is headed down in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's about in the middle of Louisville and Evansville, and it's right at the end of the Hoosier National Forest. So my grandfather helped design and built this back in 1933. That's where my mom's from. So I was drawn to Ferdinand. So I'd go there a lot. So it was a nice, crisp November night. I took Buddy out there. Took some beer with me. I got a little fire going in the pit. And I went across this dam and back to this little secluded area. It had like 3 or 4 picnic tables, fire pits, and a little outhouse over there. And that was it. No lights, nothing. And there wasn't nobody back here. This was like a couple days before Thanksgiving. And there wasn't nobody around. Just me and the whole forest. So it was nice and quiet. I mean, you could hear a pin drop. And I was right by the lake there, beautiful lake. So here comes a set of headlights. And before the headlights came, this hunting dog come up. And he was like a blue tick hound, beagle mix. He wasn't full blood, and he started playing around. I gave him a hot dog, and so these lights come across the dam, and it was a sheriff, DuBois County Sheriff. And we just had small talk about Ferdinand. I told him I had people there, and he wanted that dog. And he said he was getting off at 6 in the morning, and he was going to come back out and get the dog. I said, well, I don't care. I said, I ain't going to be here. Said, I'm going to leave here in an hour or so, but hey, if you still out here, you ain't my dog. Hey, come get him, officer. So he goes, well, I got to get rolling, man. Have a good night. And don't get drunk and drive. I said, no, I'm just having a couple beers, officer. He goes, I see that. He goes, that's no problem. So he took off. And it wasn't 15 minutes later. Right there on this big hill, I was butted up against that in the lake. Here comes this. Oh my God, it sounded like a Sherman tank coming down off this hill.
Wow.
But I'm sitting there freaking out, sitting there on the picnic table, just freaking out. I'm like, man, what is this? What could this possibly be? And it kept getting louder. I mean, branches breaking, trees snapping, crackling. I mean, something very loud and powerful. And I almost went into a mild shock. I'm just sitting there, man, locked up. And the 2 dogs are just sitting there, frozen too. There's a big white oak right there where the cutoff is, for what I was just telling you, where the fire pits and stuff were at. That's where they cut the forest down right there. There's like a big wall there. Mm-hmm. And he stopped right behind this 4-foot white oak. Huge tree, very huge. And to my favorite because it was white. And even though there wasn't no light out, you can almost see, you can see the tree. And then I started hearing him breathing. And, it's like, just going right to you, man, like a fake speaker. And, oh my gosh, man, it's just a nightmare. I go, this can't be happening. There's no way this is happening. Because I'm still sitting there frozen. So, I just got out of the Navy a few years ago. And I know how to defend myself. I know how to fight. I didn't want to die that night, and I heard my chief, which is my boss in the Navy, inside my head telling me, you better, that's what they teach you. For every action, you got to have a reaction, and every split second could be your life. So immediately, I started coming to. I snapped out of what I was in, my trance. And in the meantime, my dogs walked up 10 feet, or not my dog, but both of them, 10 feet in front of that tree and sat down and was staring up at that tree. And then here's this thing up there just breathing away. So I had a loaded Colt 45 right in my Pontiac Grand Prix. I'll never forget it. I just bought it. It was brand new 2000. This happened 2002 in November, and I called her Black Beauty. So I reached in there and grabbed it right there in the console. I had the clip halfway in. I slammed it in, cocked it, and changed into a whole different man. I went to warrior mode. Talked to him that I can't repeat on here, but I talked to him like a sailor. I called this thing every name in the book. I told him, I don't know who you are, what you are. You come around that tree, I go, I'm going to blast you, man. I got a loaded 45 right here with a hollow point. I am going to kill you. I go, please don't make me kill somebody. I go, I don't even know what you are, man. I go, but please, if you mess with me or my dog, I'm shooting you. I'm emptying this clip. Just louder and louder, just I'm screaming at Buddy. Buddy! Buddy! And he wouldn't even turn around. He's a pretty well-minded dog. He wouldn't even turn around. So I go, oh my gosh, I gotta get my dog. I gotta get up there. I gotta get my dog. I gotta get back to my car. And I gotta get now. So I started baby stepping up there. I'm right-handed. And my dog weighed about $1.25. So I get up to him. I'm trying to pick him up, and he's just a dead weight, just sitting there. So I'm balancing him on my lap. So I'm already bent down. And I got my gun pointed right where I think if this thing comes out around the tree, I'm going to blast him right in the heart. Maybe a couple of headshots. Hey, whatever it's going to take. So I'm backing back out and I'm screaming at him the whole time. I'm like, look, I'm just getting my dog. I'm getting out of here. I go, I don't want no trouble from you. I go, but again, you come around that tree, man, I'm killing you. I go, you understand me? I go, what are you? And he just kept breathing. And since I made it back to my car, and I threw Buddy in the back seat. It was a 4-door. So I backed up to the dam. And I forgot my cigarettes and my cooler and everything up at the table. And you're like me, Bart, you're a smoker. Yeah, I was shaking like a leaf on a tree. I needed a cigarette. So I'm sitting there thinking, should I? And I'm like, yeah, go up there, man. So I go, yeah. I got a right to be out here. I don't know what that thing is, but I'm getting my stuff. So on the way, I was only 30 feet away from the table, so I hit my brakes, and I go creeping back up to the table. So I look up in the tree, and I see his big black arm, left arm from the elbow to the hand, wrapped around this 4-foot tree. And it looked like big cigar fingers, and the arm had long black hair, real long, shiny black hair, very silky looking. Hanging down, kind of mossy looking, all the way to his elbow. And, oh my God, it's a friggin' monster. And I didn't want to look up no higher. I didn't want to look what his face looked like if it was up there. Yeah. So yeah, I go up there, I get my stuff. And I got my gun out again. I'm like, look, I'm getting my stuff. Excuse me. And I go, you will never see me again. I go, I didn't mean, pee you off, threaten you. I go, I'm a nonviolent man. but I got a right to defend myself, and I'm out of here. So I took off, and all the way back to Jeffersonville from Barton. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not shaking, man, on the way. That's how bad it shook me up. Yeah, I kept thinking, man, what is a monster doing in Indiana, man? I mean, come on. And I didn't know nothing about Bigfoot. You know, like I said, I was just a normal dude, just got out of the Navy, knew nothing about Bigfoot. And, you know, I had a lot of talk with David Pilates. You know, he believes a lot like we do. And he told me I was lucky. You know, the reason I acted like that and defended myself was I was lucky. I'm in one of his books. And I go, well, what do you mean? You saying Bigfoots are taking people? And he wouldn't answer me. But anyway, that's how I got into it, Bart.
Yeah, he never quite says that, does he?
Do what?
I said, Pilates never quite comes out and says that, does he?
No, he won't say it, but he'll say everything but.
Yeah, that's a pretty scary story there, Greg. And, you know, there's only one animal, not really an animal, but only one creature in the woods that announces itself coming at you like that. There's only one. That's Bigfoot.
Yeah.
All the other animals are going to be quiet, right? They're trying not to be noticed. Bigfoot is letting you know he's there and he's the boss, not you. And I'm so glad you did not have to shoot that thing, brother, because if you did, you might have made it into one of Pilates' books. And before we go on, I need to do something real quick. I was Courtney McGee. Please, if you're a subscriber, make sure that you're still a subscriber. So people come up unsubscribed all the time without warning. Every day, someone's messaged me and said, hey, I got unsubbed from your channel. Well, that's the way they do things around here. So we got to overcome that and just make sure, check back frequently. Make sure your notifications are turned on and make sure you still subscribe. And if someone asked you earlier, people come here wanting knowledge, Greg, and I'm here to give it to them as best I can. Someone asked earlier if Bigfoot was connected to UFOs, and the answer is unequivocally yes. They are connected.
Yes. As far as my truth of it goes, yes, they're related, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, the truth be known, they're related to a lot of things.
Right.
There's a lot of paranormal, a lot of spirits. I mean, you know how many sightings people have at graveyards, seeing Bigfoots in graveyards.
It's all related.
There's a lot of Bigfoots hanging around a graveyard.
Right. And why would a Bigfoot answer someone using a ghosts hunting device, you know, looking for spirits, right?
Exactly.
Why do UFOs? Yeah, why do UFOs come in the same area at the same time as Bigfoot if they're not connected? So yeah, you got all these things going on. All of them going on. They're all connected. And someone else said that they lost their grandpa in the Honey Valley back in the 20s. Yeah, that's up in it's up in northern Canada. It's called the Valley of Headless Men. You know. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But Greg, let me ask you about this, man. So, aside from all your Bigfoot, I know you've had a bunch of Bigfoot sightings. Now, how many times have you seen this creature they call the Dogman?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I ain't never seen him. I got that one good picture. You remember that picture?
Yeah, looking out from behind the tree.
It's one of the best ones I've ever seen of him. And he was 50 feet away staring at me. I was looking at that tree ball when I took the picture.
Oh, so you never saw the creature itself while you was there?
No, I never seen him up there. And it wasn't until I got home at night, a lady on Facebook said, she goes, oh my God, you better get out, you better stay out of there. There's a Dogman looking right up there. So then I didn't know what she was talking about. Then I looked and I'm like, wow. And I had my buddy with me, the general, and he didn't see him either. And there was a lot of weird stuff. That was New Year's Day, 2019. I'll never forget it. it's freezing out, but when we wanted to go out, man, we took a nice hike through there, and I got the best picture ever of Dogman, and he looks like the Egyptian Anubis.
Anubis, yeah.
Yeah, he's black. He's got big, long black ears, yellow, glowing eyes.
You sent me that picture a long time ago, brother, and it's like a huge poster-sized picture, but I wish I had it downloaded. I would show it to everybody right now. But
yeah. If you can download it, be my guest. I wish I could send it to you. I would have before the show started.
Right, I didn't even think about it.
I'd lose.
Well, we're going to come up and visit you soon, and we'll do a video, and we'll include it in that video. It is a very clear picture, very clear of its head.
Yeah, since you're talking about that picture, yeah, it's one of the best out there, and you wouldn't believe what one of our fellow Bigfoot people tried to do to me, tried to claim it as his own.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, Sparky, his dog was okay, but he was all right. He retrieved his dog and got out of there. So how many times have you seen unexplained lights in your woods, Greg, or UFOs, since we're on that subject?
At least a good dozen. I have never seen the Bigfoots other than the time I've seen the 12, you know, with John and Eugene. But I was up there on Saturday morning. Yeah, matter of fact, this is a couple months after that happened. And John was having a hard time swallowing about all the craziness going on. And he's a nuts and bolts kind of guy. And we was trying to Eugene, and we almost got to do a fist fight over it. It's hard. People get really angry at each other about their beliefs and everything. It's crazy. But anyway, I finally seen the light, man. What Eugene was trying to tell me, that Dad, they're not a flesh and blood ape, dude. He goes, you're wasting your time going out there beating on trees and all that nonsense. He goes, a lot more than that, dude.
Yeah.
So finally, we all got on the same page, man. And all this stuff that started happening. And I've seen, lights going through the woods that look like cars. Real bright white lights on the front and red lights on the back. But they're in the middle of the forest. There's no roads in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard to explain. And one of my friends that was with me one time said that they like tricking you to make their crab look like cars. You really can't make up your mind. Well, they look like a car. But we had seen the car-looking UFO a good 5 times. And I was with Arnie and Denise Pike, and we seen one coming right at us. We stopped it on our emergency flashers, everything, on a one-way road up on UFO Mountain, and the car, about 100 feet from us, vanished. There's no lights, no sound, nothing. And it was a real funny-looking description on the lights. The white lights are all the way across the whole front of it, and the red lights had big old, like a Batmobile, big fins on the back. They were like 3 feet tall, but they were all red, like red lights. I mean, just really crazy looking. And there's no cars like that up there. And we didn't see it turn around. It was on a one-way road up on a mountain. There's nowhere to turn around at. And it just vanished. And hey, one day I was up there on a Saturday. The same 2 people, John and Eugene. Yeah, that's before I started having group campouts and everything. It was usually just up street. So we went up to Lookout Point, where you can see downtown Louisville, man, about 30 miles away. It's a real beautiful lookout. Famous. So they're having a country wedding up there. So as I got my Jeep there and all my Bigfoot stickers on the back, this old man in big overalls and his wife, had to be in their mid-80s. American farmers, American fabric backbone of the country. He's got a cane out, straw hat. And he parks right next to me, and he's looking at my Jeep. And he points his cane up there to the Bigfoot and says, "Smart man." And he got walking. So I go, "Sir, well, what are you talking about?" So he turns around. I said, "Can I hear your story, please?" So he goes, "Yes." And his wife's like, "Oh, come on, hurry up." And so he's like, "Okay." This was a couple years ago. My neighbors on the next farm over, they call us up. We're eating dinner. They say, "Hey, there's a UFO hoovering over your field." This is in November. They just harvested the corn. There's a nice bare field out there surrounded by woods. So they go, look out your back door. Go out in your backyard. There's a UFO out there hoovering. So they go out there. He said, "There's a UFO out there hoovering." He explained it to me like the saucer on Lost in Space. One of them kind of UFOs, which is very cool. So he said he was up there with same kind of lights, everything. So all of a sudden, a big white beam comes down, and a Bigfoot comes down the beam, big bright beam. He knew exactly what he was seeing. The neighbors seen it. They were watching from their property. The Bigfoot hit the ground in the cornfield and immediately proceeded into the woods. And this was right at dusk, so it wasn't dark yet, so they could see exactly what went down. So his last words was, he goes, "That's all I got. You can believe it or not. I don't care." And he turned around and started walking around. I said, "Pops." He turned around. I go, "I believe you." I look at John.
Right.
I go, "See, man, you believe me now, dude? Do you believe me now?" I go, "It's the truth, man. Something's going on."
Yeah, something's definitely going on there.
Hey, Greg,
Yeah.
I have a question, Greg. Somebody wants to know if you was speaking in Brenton one time and had some photos blown up of a young Bigfoot following you.
I sure did.
Flash in the Pan asked that question.
Yes, that's my other famous picture.
Okay.
I got two pictures, Curious George and the Dogman.
Okay.
I got other pictures, man, but they're nothing like these. And Brent Sawyer was down, I'll tell you that story. He was down there at Crypticon, and he wanted to interview Bobo and Cliff Rockman and them kind of guys. So I'm out in the lobby smoking, and I got a crowd of people around me showing them my pictures. Everybody's coming up to me. They want to know what I got. I wasn't even part of the show. They never asked me to do nothing. I'm a nobody in the Bigfoot world. So I just brought my pictures. The ones I sent you, Bart, same ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they're great pictures. So I'm out there, man. I probably had 25, 30 people around me. And here comes Brenton, with this big old TV camera and stuff. And he goes, "Yeah, are you the Squatch Man?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I'm Brenton Sawyer." He goes, "I got a big podcast here in Lexington. I would love to do a podcast right now with you." I go, "You got time?" And I go, "Of course I got time." And he goes, "Yeah, the ladies in there told me you play with them." I go, "Well, don't get too carried away. I don't play with them." I said, I had a Squatchling take a liking to me, and I got some good pictures of him. I go, he didn't come up and said, "Hey, let's play ball." It wasn't nothing like that, dude. I go, I got a picture of him.
You have the
And he goes, "Can
picture.
I see him?" So I started showing him, and he was freaking out. He was like, "Oh my God, this is better than Patty."
Okay,
"Oh,
so
look at him. You can see it." He was just amazed with him, and so am I. I'm very proud of him.
we have your picture here, brother. I'm going to show it to you.
We probably had 100 people gathered out there. It was like a show outside of a show. So people were freaking out, lighting up his phone, going, "Oh my gosh, man, just freaking on Curious George."
Yeah.
So, he goes, well, man, he goes, after it was all said and done, he's like, well, I'm really glad I interviewed you. I go, these other guys ain't got nothing like that. He goes, hey, you're one of the coolest dudes I ever met, Greg. And
There's Curious George right there. Can you guys see that?
We got Curious George pulled up on the phone. Sister Sherry sent it to us.
That's your picture, right, Greg?
Yeah, I can't see because I'm on my phone. But yeah, you know what my picture looks like. Yeah.
There's Curious George. It is a fantastic picture. Once you guys.
Yeah, I got one in black and white. If you can find that one, I had a policeman in Louisville. I know a friend over there. He's retired now, but he worked in the homicide division. He was the photographer for Cynics, and he was the best of the best of analyzing photos, cleaning them up, running them through $1,000 equipment and filters, and he did that with my picture. He came up with that black and white one, and when he gave it to me that day over there at the police station, he said, look, Greg, he goes, I don't believe in Bigfoot. I'm not going to tell you I do, but you got something here, and if I did believe in him, I would say that's a Bigfoot. So I go, well, what do you think it is, officer? He goes, hey, I'm not going to tell you what I think it is. He goes, that would go against my standards. He goes, I'm just telling you I don't believe in them. But if you want to prove to the world that Bigfoot's real, here's your proof. He goes, I spent close to $5,000 doing this picture for you. And he goes, it is what it is, Greg. It don't get no better. I mean, you can see his arm, his muscle in his arm, his bend in his elbow, his size of his forearm, his facial features, brow, sunken eyes, human-like lips and nose, human-like ears, all on a head that goes right into his body. And I got him 3 different settings, 3 different poses. You know, when I walked by that first picture, he looks just like a picture of John Bendernagel got in Ohio, that furry one smiling at him. That's what that one looks just like, the one John grew. Yeah, he didn't get a picture of him. He grew him. I got the picture. It looks just like what he's seen years later. Wow. And then the one of him kneeling down, that's the one the policeman did for me. The black and white when he's kneeling down, he's got a facial expression on his face like he is one mean boy. So I think his old man was over there and was over there ripping him. Oh boy, what are you doing? Man, that guy's looking at you, you know how they do. They raise their kids just like we do. I mean, if that was a test to watch a human and not be detected, he failed miserably. So I like to tell, like I was on a Big Condom show one time, and I like to think that he thought I was his grandpa or something. You know, I'm a big tall guy, I got long hair, I got this big long gray beard. You know, this guy was amazed by the way I looked. And every time I looked over at him, he was quick as greased lightning. He'd get behind that tree he was in, and that was that. But I noticed when I straightened my head or kind of looked to the left, I still rolled my eyes back as far as I could to the right. He'd come back out because he didn't think I could see him. So I'm like, well, this is I got to get a picture. I mean, I had all the guys there. I worked at Reynolds Saloon and making Reynolds wrap. That's where I worked at. I had a whole lunchroom of people every day. You know, we're sick of all your stories. Hey, how much did you see these? Where's your picture at? So I'm like, I'm getting my picture today. So I had a little Samsung slide phone. Easy as a heck to operate. A 10-year-old can operate it. All you do is turn it on, hit camera, hit 1, take picture, hit 2, take another picture. It was that simple. You didn't have to pull it out, anything. Wow. And I stuck it in the palm of my hand.
Sounds like even I can operate that one.
So I was looking to the left, looking down like I was looking at stuff. And the whole time I was snapping pictures right where exactly where I thought he was at. And I probably took about 20 pictures or so. And when I got home, I captured him in 3 of them. And you can see the 2 of them were hanging around the tree. Now that one, he's really hanging around the tree.
Yeah,
I mean, you can see his big arm hanging down, his shoulder, that big conjugal head. I mean, that's a great picture. And this guy wasn't 3.5, 4 foot max, and he probably weighed 200 pounds, and he was built like a college linebacker. I mean, he couldn't have been old being 3.5 foot, 4 feet tall. How fast they grow, but I figure they probably grow about a foot a year, maybe 1.5 foot a year, maybe not 2 feet a year. I mean, they get big quick. But you know what I'm saying? A young one, that bulky. Oh my gosh, man! Imagine. I've seen a show about chimpanzees on the rampage killing people, and they said a little chimpanzee as strong as 6 grown men, and they could rip a human apart. So, I mean, he didn't show no violent tendency. Just like the one to come down off the hill. I think that was my test. I think Sasquatch, I call them the force people, they pick and choose who they're going to interact with, who they like, who they're going to mess around with, and who they can trust. And I think they have picked me because I fit all the qualities on their checklist.
And you're almost as tall as they are, right?
I'm called Greg a few different times. They know who I am.
Yeah, so how tall are you, Greg? You're almost as tall as the Bigfoot there, right?
Well, I used to be 6'6", now I'm like 6'5.5". But I'm shrinking, getting too old.
Yeah, you still got a lot of years left in you.
Yeah, I used to be 6'5", 6'6", 225 pounds. Now I'm probably down to about 200. Yeah, I'm retired now. I don't work. I'm lazy. I really don't like bigfooting or nothing when it's 100 degrees out. Just like you said about working all day and coming home. Yeah, I cut my grass today. Oh man, they gave me a heart attack.
Oh man.
I just had humidity.
It's terrible.
I mean, and even the right mind wants to go out in the woods. And the ticks really bite. When it hasn't rained in a couple of weeks and the humidity's high, them ticks are hungry. And I don't want Lyme disease.
Artsy Chick, there's one of your stickers on the back of Gary Spike Sr.'s truck.
Right. There you go. Sister Janice, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt again. Everybody's sending me pictures and text.
That picture of Curious George, Greg, that's like one of the, I know it's been ran through a few filters, right? But I'd like to see the original up close without any filter or effects or anything like that. It's probably one of the best Bigfoot pictures I've ever seen. What do you guys think about it? Let us know in the chat what you think about that.
Dude.
You know,
I've been told that by a lot of people, and I had people hate on it.
right.
Yeah.
Always going to have somebody hating.
Always going to be the haters because they can't believe in anything they can't reproduce in the laboratory or wrap their minds around.
He's talking about science. Hell, there ain't nothing scientific about these things, man.
Right.
They're not from this world. You can't put science on something that they know nothing about.
Right.
I mean, who cares about what science thinks? Let science go out in the woods and see what we see.
Well, I don't think it's ever going to happen, but they're beyond science at the moment, and it's no one's ever going to kill one. No one's ever going to kill one.
Yeah, you got these high rollers. with titles like doctor and professor and this and that, and they don't know squat about Squatch, man. It's
Right.
hilarious.
It is
I mean, it
hilarious.
really is, man. And people follow these people like it's the Bible. I mean, I have to tell them, man, I know better.
Yeah.
I mean, I know one guy has had a Bigfoot show. I don't go to many. You know, like I said, I never get invited to speak at one. I am speaking at the one in Indiana. But, yeah, I went to another one in Kentucky. And I'll never go to that one again. But there's one guy, very famous man, very famous, has a museum, a table full of books, all over TV. And when we sit down and watch his presentation, we might learn something from this guy. So he's blabbered on, and then he gets the eye glow. He goes, and if anybody comes up to you and says something about Bigfoot and eye glow, you get up and you run as fast as you can. That person's hallucinating on drugs.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I tell my friends. So come on, man, we're leaving, man. I heard enough.
Right.
Yeah, this guy's well respected, dude. I mean, come on.
Well, they can't grasp the true origin of these creatures, Greg, because they have no spiritual foundation at all. Most of the people don't believe in God or the afterlife or anything like that. So if they can't touch it in their hands or something like that, they don't believe in it. But I know people have been looking into this for as long as I have without the personal experiences that I have. And they think they're monkeys, extremely lucky or extremely smart monkeys. And they'll never take one step forward as far as learning the truth about these things. It's kind of sad, really.
You know, and that's laughable. You know, a smart monkey. I mean, come on, man. There ain't no such thing. I mean, look at the facts. An ape has never been a native to North America. Never. All since the beginning of the world. Apes live over in Africa, over in Asia. You know, apes don't live in North America. And so
even if they did, Greg,
they think an ape got over here, and now there's millions of them. Yeah, I can't buy into that, man.
Right. Even if there were apes indigenous to North America, there has never been an ape of any type that's been accused of having abilities that these creatures have. They can disappear and appear at will. They can speak telepathically. They can walk over snow or mud and not leave a single footprint, or just leave one if they choose.
Yeah, leave one.
Right. That's to mystify everyone. They exhibit some form of mind control on human beings. Yeah, they can affect your perceptions, what you see, and what you don't see. So even if there was an ape, right, there's never been an ape even accused of having any of those abilities. So
they can suck power from your power sources, including car batteries.
Right, drain your electronics.
Yeah, they can almost make you do the sick of virgin up, throwing up.
Yeah. Right. So the ape theory just doesn't get it for me. And I've known since I was young that apes can't do the things that I experienced. You know, I experienced the cloaking twice, once in broad daylight, and there was no mistake. There was no mistaking it, even the nighttime encounter that we had, me and my little brother, but me and 3 other people experienced it in broad daylight while fishing on the Green River. So the people who tell you,
and not to mention the shimmering. Like I always tell people, I believe it's a 3-step process. Okay, it takes a lot of energy to turn invisible. So their preferred mode is a flesh and blood image, which is what they like to stay in. Their second mode is predator mode, like in the movie, where they're shimmering, and you can barely see them, like in a tree or in the bush, and they're shimmering. And then the third choice is completely, I call it submarine and run silent, where they shut everything down and they're just completely invisible.
Yeah. But what I experienced, there was no shimmering or nothing. There was just nothing there. And that the nighttime encounter we had, we were surrounded by these things, and It was totally black, but I had a little fire going and a half a jug of kerosene, and the sounds would come around us. There'd be breaking limbs and sticks and heavy footfalls, and no other sounds at all. No hard breathing, growls, grunts, just the breaking of the tree branches and the sticks. And when the sounds got really close, I'd throw some of that kerosene in the fire, right? And we never saw anything that night, but we were sure we were going to die. So I know that that's real. Anybody who tells you, who makes empirical statements like, if someone tells you that Bigfoot has glowing eyes, get up and run away, you should get up and run away from that guy, just like you did. Because there are no experts. There's just experiencers, and then there's guessers, right? And all the people who are touting the narrative and towing the line as far as these things being natural flesh and blood creatures, they don't know what they're talking about. It's just that simple. Now, you can believe me or you can believe them, I don't care. But I've experienced this stuff just like you, Greg. We've experienced it. We know it's not a belief to us, right? It's a fact. And you cannot change a fact no matter how many people believe it or disbelieve it. The fact does not change.
I mean, you can't go against your own beliefs. When you can't believe yourself, you might as well just be a hermit and live in a cave.
Right.
Yeah, but I got firm beliefs, and I took a lot of hits along the way because of my beliefs. I thought people were good friends of mine, man. They befriended me and blocked me, stuff like that. It really hurt me. I'm trying to tell these people the way. And one of my friends I thought was a good friend up here in Indiana. He's going to have a camp out, and he's telling his one guy everybody he's inviting. And he goes, I ain't inviting Greg. Greg thinks he knows everything. And this guy sends me he'll take a screenshot of the message and send it to me. That broke my heart, man. Like, God, as much as I showed that dude, and he's going to say that. I said, oh my gosh. I said, what is wrong with people?
Now, is this the same guy that holds the Bigfoot camp out up there every year?
No, it ain't him. It's another guy. Yeah, I'd rather not say names.
Right, yeah,
That's
don't
good.
want you to say any names.
Hey, Greg, do you have a channel? There's people asking on here if you have your own channel.
The Vectors of Squatch Man on Squatch Man TV on YouTube, but we haven't done nothing in 4 years because my son did everything for me, and he wanted to live like a nomad on the road. So now he's back living with me, and I just bought a computer, like I told you earlier, and I'm getting the modem hooked up tomorrow. So we're going to start getting our YouTube channel going again. And I got friends up here like Tony Maples. You heard of him, ain't you?
Yeah.
He lives in Corden. He don't live far from me. Barton lives in Anderson, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to start getting our show going again. And the people that have seen it, man, and they keep asking me all the time, hey, man, what happened to your show, man? You got great stuff on there, man. What? And I go, man, I'm an idiot, man. I can take you out there and show you Bigfoot, but I can't show you how to film stuff, edit stuff, do this, do that. I'm computer illiterate. I can't even log on to the YouTube channel. I got to get Eugene to do everything for me. And then he gets mad at me all the time. Man, you're going to have to look. Hey, look, I'm 65 years old, man. When I grew up, they didn't even have computers.
Right.
I mean, they're teaching these kids how to do that stuff in grade school now.
Exactly.
I was 30 years old or better, man, when the computers come out. I had no intentions of learning how to do them.
Me
and
neither.
I still don't.
Neither.
You're looking at a man who had 3 TV stations to watch when I grew up.
Right. Same here, man. And I was 40 years old before my kids convinced me to get a computer. And I thought, well, it's too hard to learn how to use all that technology, but it's really not, Greg. You just got to get used to it, man. And you got to get your channel back up and going.
He was going to move back to Alaska and do nursery infested by bears, but I think I talked him out of it. But anyway, back to our YouTube channel.
Stingray Aleph, how you doing?
One of the people can find it on YouTube. The Adventures of Squatch Man, Journey to the Truth.
Yeah.
Just like you do, you're on your journey to the truth. But anyway, we got one of them shows. We covered the attacks of the Goatman. Well, I have proved the Goatman killed the llamas and everything in Louisville.
Really?
I'm not going to get into all that, man, but people can watch it. It's a 4-part series.
Now it's on your YouTube channel, right? And all your pictures are on there?
Yeah, all my pictures. We got slaughtered llamas that the news didn't even show that were killed by a battle axe. It's just like Eugene researched. And I know why you carry swords. This thing carries a 2-bladed battle axe. He is a satire from hell, and there's 4 of them. They are kings in Satan's army. There's one in Maryland. There's one right here in Pope Lick, Kentucky.
Yeah.
The outskirts of Louisville. Yeah, he is real. I'm the only man on the planet that has his footprint. We did a 2-week investigation during all these murders. And the last one, jogger got killed right underneath the trestles. And his body was so mutilated, the police wouldn't even turn it over to the family for funeral services. So after the lady seen my Bigfoot or my YouTube show, covering all the attacks. First it was the llamas, 8 guard llamas getting massacred by this battle axe. Yeah, the guy showed me pictures, Bart. He had 12-inch, 18-inch slides in his neck.
Oh.
And these are 6.5, 7-foot llamas that are bred to protect packs of chickens and goats and everything, all kinds of farm animals. They can hurt a pack of wolves or coyotes. They kick them to death. They're warriors. But yet 8 of these got massacred. So, yeah, and the media kept saying 3 dogs did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we investigated the jogger that reported to the news about the 3 dogs. Well, we talked to this dude. He lived over in the neighborhood. This was in a big neighborhood, right in the middle of Louisville. So right there by the zoo, by Bellarmine College. Right by Interstate 264, the Waterston. I mean, this wasn't out in the woods. This was in the middle of Louisville.
Yeah.
A little patch of woods. But the creek that runs from J-Town runs all the way to the dude's property. Because he asked me how he got there, and he went up that creek. But anyway, I talked to the guy about the dogs. And I said, so you seen 3 dogs? About 5 o'clock, he was jogging. He goes, I did. And he goes, well, after 3 dogs killing 8 llamas and massacre them like they did over there, I bet you them dogs look like Cujo, didn't they? He goes, well, that's a good question. No, actually, I got a good look at them. They look very normal. I didn't see no blood at all on them. I go, oh, that's funny. And they didn't growl or attack you or nothing like that. Oh, no, I run right by them on the sidewalk. They didn't even give me a second look.
Wow.
And I said, well, it sounds like 3 neighborhood dogs out running around in the morning. It don't sound like 3 dogs that just murdered 8 guard llamas.
Right.
So anyway, that's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll
But
check
anyway,
it out.
I want to tell you about the one that really, to your likings, my buddy Russ, we call him the General. He's a member on Team Squatch Man. Well, he was walking, he likes walking through my forest with a phone pointing out, and he puts a phone in his belt pointing backwards. He said it's a trick he learned from Scott Carpenter. And one day he calls me up, meet me at the forest, meet me up. You're going to freak, dude, you're going to freak. I got him. I mean, I never sound like a kid on Christmas Day, so I go up there, and I had a couple people meet me there. And we had to see this. He said, must see. And you can watch this on my YouTube channel tonight and see it. It's the last show we did. All about energy. You would love this, Barton. All about energy.
I have to check it out, Greg, but I'll tell you, you're not the only one with a Goatman footprints. It looked like a deer track with a long, skinny heel.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry to butt in one more time, but I need to everybody to pray for Bryce Edwards' wife. She's in the hospital.
Yes, please say a prayer for her if you don't mind, guys.
Okay, prayers.
Prayers.
Yeah, Bryce is a good friend of mine, just like you, Greg. And
Sorry,
we're
guys.
definitely going to check out your channel and you should get it going as soon as you can. Get it back up and running as soon as you can. And
check this out, Barton.
not that hard. It's hard to edit your film. It is hard to edit your film, but it's not that hard to get your YouTube channel back up. So if you can do it live like this with no editing, you won't have any problem, bro.
Hey, but the last one, Russ caught this. It's a Bigfoot materializing out of thin air.
No, really?
I mean, this is the best proof out there. He calls it morphing. I mean, you can watch this tonight. It's the last one of our shows. And we really investigated this one good. You'll see on the video, an hour-long video.
Drop the link.
And we slow it down.
Adventures of Squatch
And
Man.
you can see the thing comes out of thin air. His arms are like growing. His shoulders look like bowling balls. And his arms are like 4 feet long, all the way down to his knees. And his hands are cupped. And it materializes out of thin air. And I wanted to surprise you with this because this, you always say there's no proof for this. But Barbara, we got a proof, brother. It materialized. And I explained it in the video, in the YouTube show. There's no way that this was manipulated, hoaxed, faked, put on. It's merely impossible what this man caught. He caught one materializing, morphing, if you will, out of thin air.
Yeah.
And I have never seen nothing like it. And he's got this, man. And he gave me, like we started when we did this, whatever he gets out on the force, that's my evidence too. He wouldn't have known nothing about that force.
Right.
That's what I tell everybody.
Can one of the moderators please put Greg's link up? Adventures of Squatch Man, right, Greg?
Hey, Tony, you might want to. Yeah, dude, I appreciate your shout out, Bart.
Yeah, we're going to see if one of the moderators can put a link to your channel up, and you guys be sure and go and sub to Greg's channel. As you can tell, he's a great fella.
People will flip out, man, when they see this.
Oh, good.
I got good content on my shows. Very interesting stuff. I mean, I put my heart and soul into this. And I'm like you, we really wasn't catching on very good. And it didn't seem like people was interested. And I'm like, I guess people just don't like me, man. I guess they don't want to know the truth.
You're a very likable person, Greg. It's the truth that offends everyone. The truth makes everyone uncomfortable.
My son kept drilling in my head. I know you're a godly man, and so are we. Without God, I would be nowhere.
Right.
He blesses me every day. But he told me, he said, Dad, Jesus went around from village to village, teaching the teachings of God. People laughed at him, threw stones and sand at him, ridiculed him. But did he stop? No, he didn't stop. He kept preaching.
Right.
He kept saying the word, the truth. People had to know. And eventually, look now. A lot more people believe in him than they did back then. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah, eventually. So the truth is like a lion. Thanks, James. You just set it free, and it feeds itself, and it takes care of itself. So all we have to do is set the truth free, and that's what we've been doing. And I've been doing this for 40 years, and it just now seems like people are starting to wake up and listen since we've had this YouTube channel right now.
You got to set the truth free, and like I said, I'm a firm believer in what I tell people. All my evidence, man's 100% real. I got the best Glock of Bigfoot hair a man can want. I mean, It had a test on it, a no unknown animal in North America. I didn't have a DNA test, but that's all I needed to know. Well, as soon as I seen it, I knew it was Bigfoot hair. I mean, it's got a bluish tint to it if you hold it in the sunlight, and it's long, black, silky hair. Oh, just beautiful hair. And I don't find this stuff, man, accidentally. They want me to have this stuff. They want me to speak the truth about them, and they know I will speak the truth. No matter how crazy it may be to others, it's the truth to me.
Right.
And people just can't, if they can't open their mind and open their eyes and go at this, with a different point of view, you're never going to get there, man. You're never going to find the truth.
Right. You have to go where the evidence leads and not where you want it to lead, right? So the apers, they call them the apers.
If you believe it's McGill out there, they can't get detected by any all the scientific. We're in 2024 now. All the devices and everything out, all the people looking for Bigfoot. Nobody can get a good picture. And you got Patty. We got Patty. But I mean, how much longer they gotta? Something that happened back in '67. What's going to happen in 27? I mean, with all these high-tech gadgets, all these Bigfoot shows, they ain't catching nothing. They don't have a picture like Curious George, do they? Have you ever
seen? I ain't
I've
seen
never
any.
A picture they got.
I've never seen them bring forth any evidence whatsoever.
Exactly, and they got all that high-dollar equipment.
Well, they use that equipment now. I can tell you, I can teach you something right now, Greg. They use that high-dollar equipment to make TV shows, not to find evidence, right? They want the cool shots. That's all.
Yeah, you gotta make it interesting.
Right, and I learned this in 2009 when I was first on TV, Monster Quest. It was not about reality. It was about making that show and getting those shots. And as soon as they got those shots, buddy, they were out of there. And they wasn't looking for nothing, just the shots.
Yeah, I've seen you on that show. You look way young in that show.
Yeah,
He was way young.
I was, man.
Yeah, they ran it down, and they didn't let you say much, though, did they?
No, they didn't. But I put together that whole show, and they took my best witness that I brought forth and left his interview. Night Werewolf. Thanks for being here. Good to see you, buddy. They left his interview on the cutting room floor, right? And they did they cut him out to do a scientific analysis of a black bird landing in a field that someone got on their trail cam. And it had a little forced perspective to the picture, right? But anybody could tell it was a damn bird. But yet, they had to have something to analyze scientifically. Well, like you say, these things are way beyond science, right? Science has a long way to go before we can catch up to what these things are, and it never will until it recognizes the reality of two different worlds, right? Not only this world, but the spirit world as well. There's two worlds that we live in, and they juxtapose and interconnect with each other. It's the physical world and the spirit world. Everybody thinks, they're starting to think along the line of quantum science and infinite parallel universes and infinite parallel dimensions, when we only have to worry about two. And that's the physical dimension and the spiritual dimension. That's where everything lives at. What you got there,
Sam
buddy?
Passetti was asking if I would show the picture. It's so hard to get it without getting the.
I got it. Here you go, Sam. Thanks for being here, buddy.
So you get it's hard not to get the reflection.
I got it. Hope you can see that face there. For those who missed this picture, this is one of picture Greg took a few years back. It's on his channel.
Black and white one?
Well, it's
not the black and white one.
It looks black and white, but it's been colorized. It's had a little color.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people, man, going, trying to clean it up and all that.
Yeah, here we go.
I was blessed to get the picture, man. I could care less if I ever get another picture. I don't even I don't even try to take no more pictures.
Right.
Because like you said, well, what's there to prove? I done proved it to myself, and I'm trying to open up the world to people on how to do it. Go out, talk to the forest. Just don't go out there and think you're going to see one. Go out there and be you, man. Have fun. Take your kids, man. Have a picnic out in the woods.
Right.
Talk to the forest.
Not out to prove anything ever.
It is.
Right. What I want to do is reveal the fact that these things are real and not something out of movies or comic books or legend only. Right. These things live here with us right now, and they're right beside us, and you don't even know it. And the reason that you don't know it is because they can become invisible whenever they wish. So when you have that ability, what is your limitations, right? You have no limits other than ones you put on yourself, right? I also think some of the ones that are the more aggressive, the mean types, a lot of people ask, well, why don't they just kill everybody? Well, there's the hand of God stopping them from doing that, right? But there's going to come a time when God's protection is no longer offered to us when it comes to the beasts of the earth. And to see what happens after his protection is withdrawn is read Revelation 8 in the Holy Bible. So,
hey, though, Barton, you got to remember, though, in defense of the forest people, we can't blame them for hurting people or people disappearing. We had no proof they do this.
right.
But you got to ask yourself, especially you would know, there is other cryptids out there in the forest that will.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, you got the wolf creatures. I don't compare them with the Dogman. I think the Dogman are like the Bigfoots, man. They don't. I don't think they mess with people. I think it's the wolf creatures that are the mean ones. Yeah, they're like the ones what you think was responsible for the LBA massacre. Didn't you say they were like wolf creatures?
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of them to kill it.
I run into something that could have been a Skinwalker. Scared the fuck out of me, man. I'm sorry, man. Scared my pants off.
Yeah.
Earlier you asked if I've ever been scared. Yeah, I'll tell you about this one because this was really wild. Yeah, it was in July.
Ask him if he can pause for 1 second.
Hot like now. So I made a hike, ran about 2 miles. I'm like, I'm going back home. It's too hot out here. So I walked back up the creek, and I stepped back up on the road. I was about 100 feet from my Jeep. And I noticed about 100 feet down from me,
Night trees walker.
Out of the woods.
Oh, sure,
so I glanced down there.
Okay, bro, let me stop you for 1 minute, okay? Hold that thought. We're going to come right back to that. Okay, so we forgot last Wednesday to show everyone the winner of the Barton Spartans contest, the original sketch that she got. Now, this is a sketch that I did. Did you add it there?
Yep.
Now, this is unpublished, hand-drawn, one of a kind. Will never be another one. And she got that, and she was able to go out on an investigation with us. When we got the portal footage, Truth Walker was right there with us. So hopefully she had the time of her life. But yeah, she wanted one of the Chupacabra. So she didn't pick something easy for me to draw, right? She had to pick something hard. But there it is. We wanted to show that this week. So.
Sorry, she had to go, so we wanted to make sure she got to see her picture online before she went. And so go ahead with your story. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that, brother.
Hey, man, it's your show, dude. I'm just a guest.
Yeah, we didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, so I walk out of the woods, and I look down, and something else is walking out of the woods, same time as me. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I didn't see nobody out there. I started proceeding, walking back up to my vehicle, and all of a sudden, there's breathing on my neck. I didn't hear nobody running up or nothing like that. I mean, it was in a split second. This thing was breathing down my neck. So I turn around, and it's approximately 7 foot tall greenish gray looking guy with real dirty black hair and a real raggedy shirt on, like a button-up shirt, but the sleeves are all shredded. And they were up to his elbows, and he had trousers on that were ripped up in the same fashion, like up to his knees. And he looked so dirty and nasty. And I looked down at his feet, and he didn't have feet, he had 3 claws. So I look up at him, and I'm like, holy cow. And he's right in my face. So I'm like, hey, I go, how you doing? My name's Greg. What's your name? Indiana. I said, oh boy. I go, so what are you doing out there, Indiana? Mushroom hunting? Indiana. So I'm like, okay. I go, so where you from, man? You from around here? Indiana. And he started getting violent. So I always carry my knife with me, man. It's a U.S. Navy SEAL knife. So I unbuckled it, man, pulled it out, and pulled it up to his chest. I said, man, get away from me. I said, get out of my space. And screaming. And he kind of looked like Larch, man. Remember that show, man, with Larch? I mean, real ugly. I mean, but he's real skinny.
Had a human
and
face?
He weighed 130 pounds. But he's real tall, like 7 feet tall. And that's all he could say was Indiana. So I pushed him back. And he stepped right back in my face. So I said, hey, look. I said, you better get out of my face, man. I go, I'm going to cut you. And pushed him again. I turned around and run to my Jeep, which was only about 20 feet away. So I make it to my Jeep and turn around, getting ready to slice him. And he's gone. He wasn't out there in the road, and he didn't run after me. And I about had a heart attack, Bart. It's like, what in the world was that?
Right.
And to this day, I still don't know. You know, some people said a demon. Another one of my friends said a skinwalker. Another one said a native spirit that's angry. I don't know, dude. But I have never seen nothing like this. But it scares me to death knowing that there's things like that out there.
Right. This thing had a human face, you said?
Yeah, he had a human face.
But 3 claws.
But his skin was like grayish green.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of like death.
Wow.
No, it's very scary.
Wow.
And I've had my share of nightmares. And whenever we're up there camping, I told this story before to a few people, and you know, some people they don't want me to tell it. It scares them too bad because it's a very scary story.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like just like what happened in your area, man, with the LBL, you know, the massacre. I mean, I just seen on the news a lady got killed down in Harlan. You know, all they're saying is animal attacks.
We heard about that.
Well, it didn't say what kind of animal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's things out there, and they were flat out kill you. Yeah, but the forest people, hey, I think with them people, man, it's all about love, man. I've never had a problem with them. I have had so many encounters. I have seen so many. Other than that first time I told you about earlier, coming down off that hill, that was about the most aggressive I've ever seen. And like I tell all my friends, I believe that was a test to see if I was man enough to be accepted into, like you call it, the Brotherhood of the Squatch. I mean, I know you got the Brotherhood of the Wolf, but that was my trial and tribulations that night. They wanted to see what I was made out of, and they probably thought I was going to run away like a whimpering man, like most men would do, run from it But no, Greg, I stood up to it. And people's like, yeah, you're either the bravest man I know or the dumbest. I'm like, no, I'm either. I'm a man's man. I got to do what men's supposed to do. I didn't know what that thing was. I had a gun. I stood up to it. I just got out of the Navy 11 years. Yeah, I didn't know anything like this.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know there was the monsters out in the woods.
Yeah.
But there is.
There is.
Who knows what?
Right.
Who knows what's coming through these portals? I mean, there's probably some vicious critters out there on other planets that are coming into Earth. My friend Dr. J, he believes in a lot like us. I mean, he's all about the wood. And he says they're called Trachons. And he said they come through the portal too. He said the Bigfoots hate them. The Trachons will flat out kill and eat humans. And that's what's the majority of the people missing are getting, you're getting ate by the Trachons. What's a Trachon? I don't know, man. You got to talk to Dr. J. I believe, a lot of the stuff he talks about, hey, he's pretty right on. Like you said, though, it's hard to, go down all these rabbit holes without having proof. And then people start going, oh, this guy's a nut job. So I don't like going to them places. It's too deep for a lot of people. But I do like telling people that they're not a flesh and blood monkey. And they're from another dimension, another world, another planet, another universe. God created the whole universe. Not just Earth, not just humans, but the whole universe. We don't even know what's in our galaxy. There's galaxies all in the universe. They very easily could have come from another planet in another galaxy, much like Earth, that did get destroyed by one means or another, and have come to Earth via spacecraft, energy beams, or interdimensional portals.
Right.
Or, for all we know, all three methods. But the important thing is they're here. And all the things you just named earlier, what they can do, an animal on Earth that was born and raised and lived on Earth cannot do what these things can do. Yeah. So why would you think they're earthly creatures? What, you think God just created a special batch of big gorillas that nobody can detect that has all these superpowers? You even left out one. I heard they can heal. I've heard they heal people on their deathbeds with cancer. There's a lot to them, Barton. And like I say, that's why I really like you, because you're like me. You speak the truth and you don't care, and you're always telling them how you're gonna expose these people and blow up the Bigfoot community. Hey, I'm right there with you, dude. I got a small army to bring into the battle.
Yeah, good.
Because I think the people have been deceived enough.
Right. Yeah.
With you on that, dude.
Time to reveal the truth.
The truth, man.
Right. So we got to ask this: if they all coming here, why are they all coming here if they're from everywhere else? I don't believe they're from other planets. I know Greg might believe that, but I don't. I think they're from right here. And why would all these alien beings come to Earth? Every single alien, hundreds of different types of aliens have been reported. Hundreds of different types of ships. Why are they all coming to Earth? That's a good question, Smurfy. And the answer is because there's something here that's nowhere else in the universe. And that is us, mankind. So
yeah, that is us.
Nowhere in the Bible does it say God created life or divine creations anywhere but the planet Earth. Now the Bible tells us much. All that we need to get through this life. And it tells us we don't wrestle with flesh and blood enemies, but powers and principalities, right? So it also tells us very much about what it doesn't include in there. It doesn't say anything about space aliens. They're not on the list of things that you have to struggle against to live in this world. A lot of people believe in them. I'm not one of them. I think these things come from here and they've always been here. And same with the UFOs. I don't think the UFOs are from outer space or other planets. I think they're from right here. So that's just me. I'm not trying to say I'm an expert. I would never say I'm an expert at anything other than maybe messing up. But that's my beliefs.
Hey, that's the beauty of it, Bart. Everybody can have their own opinion and theory and everything.
Sure, and we can get along too, right? We can talk about it like men and not children.
Yeah, talk about it like men and agree to disagree respectfully.
Sure.
Until we get one to come out of the forest and sit down with us at the campfire and answer all these questions, hey, we're probably never going to know, man.
Yeah. Now, anybody, we're running out of time, so, oh my goodness, we've almost talked 2 hours, Greg, and that's crazy. Anybody have any questions? Hold on just a second, Greg. If anybody has any questions for Greg, please send them in now, and make sure you use capital, all caps, so we can see it. We're running out of time. Time just flies by when you're talking like this, Greg.
I can talk another 2 hours, Bart.
Right.
You're
At least.
Cool dude, man.
Well, thanks, so are you, man. We're going to get together soon. I know I've been telling you that for several years now, but we're coming up there soon.
Got a question. Jetty Smooth, what are your dealings with the 3 different types of inhumanoids? They are Nephilim and what's that? And me?
I don't know.
What your dealings with the 3 different types of inhumanoids? Guess he wants to know what.
I don't know if he's asking me that or
I don't know.
Or Greg.
Well, I don't know about the Nephilims, but a lot of people try to say they're like fallen angels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They came down to help man and started having a sexual relationship with human women.
Right. That's what the Bible says. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's where that theory came around. Just like you said, man, everybody's got their own theories. A lot of them think they're a flesh and blood monkey.
Mm.
At least you there's a lot more to them than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I tell people, the origin, who they are, where they come from, that's really not important. The important thing is they're here, and now we got to learn everything we can from them. While we're capable, and our journey is still doable.
Right.
All the great people, they die sooner or later. We're all going to die. So we're probably not going to get nothing solved. So at least we can try to do is get another source of information out to people that they could be other things.
Right. Well, that's what we're here for,
Greg,
brother.
you've got a lot of people saying thank you. Great show.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know because you said you couldn't see the chat. So you have a lot of people.
Hey, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm glad you liked it. And thank you two for having me on. I love you, Mr. and Mrs. Bubbly.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love you too, bro. And we're going to come up and see you soon. And thanks for sharing your time with us tonight. And I know that what you're telling is true, or I wouldn't have you on my show. I know you're a good person. So.
I have nothing to win by BSing anybody.
Right.
The pictures I got, every time people see pictures, it's a hoax, it's this. You just can't win for losing, dude. It's good to have people like you on your side, Bart.
Well, thanks, Greg. I appreciate that, man. And there's nothing I say or do or will ever put out into the public that's going to be fake. If it is, it's a mistake.
I'm right there with you.
Right. And if I find out that if I've made a mistake, I'll be the first one to come on here and apologize for it and set things right. Pork Chop Express, thank you so much. Bart, can you solve a huge mystery for me? Does Kentucky have...
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Here, I messed up. I'm sorry. There it is.
Does Kentucky really have great fried chicken, or is it a myth? We have the best fried chicken in the world. It's no myth.
No, Kentucky Fried Chicken, man, is horrible. Ever since the Colonel died, man, that stuff went downhill.
Yeah, that's Kentucky Fried Chicken, and you're right. But we still have the best chicken when we make it and when we grill it with Letitia's special. Yeah, when we grill it with Letitia's special dip, it's Martin Groves. It's really good. Detox your humor.
To go down there around the camp with y'all, become a brother of the Wolf Brothership.
Right. All you gotta do is come down to the LBL row and go hunt that beast with us one time, and you're in. So you get a special sticker.
Only thing. Draw that beast out for you, dude.
What's that?
Yeah, you might go down in the history books with midnight.
Well, if it comes in front of me. Yeah, if it comes in front of me, brother, you know what my plans are.
I don't care if you kill something that kills people.
Right. It's killing and attacking women and children, and I don't like that. And I'm not a big guy. I'm not an ex-Marine or a Navy SEAL or whatever. But I'm not one to just talk about problems and not try to solve them. So we got to be going soon, Greg. Thank you so much, brother. I'm going to let you go, but I'll be talking to you real soon, okay?
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you so much for being here.
Did a great job.
Okay, man. Thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
Love
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, brother. So I want to thank everybody that's...
we got a question. My main question, this is Meredith Tamillo. I probably slaughtered that. My main question is, why have we been lied to about all these cryptids forever?
Here's a very, very simplified answer to that, Meredith. Because there's two things waiting for you down at the rabbit hole, the bottom of the rabbit hole. That's it. The two things are God and Satan. The answer to everything that you're looking for, and most people are looking for, is it's biblical. Everything is biblical, and that's the truth. So why have you been lied to about existence of inhumanoids? To hide the existence of God. That's why. And to make you think that God created a lot more than one divine being, right? So God's favorite creation is us. We're the divine creation. We're the only, Earth is the only place in the universe, which I don't even look at that as the same as most people, but this is where we are. So this is where these things come to. What they want is our belief, right? If they can manifest as a physical flesh and blood ape for however long they want to do that, then you might just think that the missing link is real, right? And so if the missing link is real, well, then creationism must be a bunch of hocus pocus. So yeah, there's a reason for everything. There are no mysteries that we cannot solve except for one, and that's the mind of God. We're capable of solving every other mystery in the world except for that one. So look at this in a biblical sense, and everything will make sense and it can be answered. Right? Every question you have can be answered if you look at it through a biblical lens. If you look at it through a scientific lens, you're wasting your time. Nothing can be answered that way. So thank you to all who donated to us tonight. Baby, you want to read the list, please?
Yes, I'm going to.
Your donations are always appreciated and put to good use.
Absolutely. Every penny that you guys donate goes to a new piece of equipment, which we will show you every time.
To bring you better content. And we can't wait to get out and use this stuff.
And let me go to the comments. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Thank you, Truthy Ruthie, for the $20 super sticker. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Truthy Ruthie. Sister Truthy.
Hand of Odd gifted 5 Inhumanoids memberships.
Thank you, Hand of Odd. I think you're new here. I don't think I've seen you before, have I? Yeah. Hawk, I don't think I've seen you here before either, have I?
Thank you,
you must be new here.
Stay cool tonight if it's possible. I know it's not, but Truthy Ruthie, well, thank you again. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Sister Truthy.
Catherine Gay, thank you so much. Hope you and Roger are doing good.
Yes,
Appreciate
Catherine,
that.
it's so good to see you guys again down in Alabama. I can't wait to see you guys again.
All right. War Chief Tracker C, thank you so much. Just
Brother
a little
Charlie.
little tribute to my best friend and his beautiful wife. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
Brother
that.
Charlie.
So sweet.
I wish we could meet again somehow, somewhere, someday. You're such a good guy.
James Aletto, like your style of interviewing, you let the guests speak. Sometimes we have to interrupt, but we don't mean to. But sometimes prayers are required, and it's important.
Yes.
And thank you, Pork Chop Express. We've already answered that question, but I agree. I think Popeyes has got pretty good chicken too.
Popeyes pretty good. It wasn't as good as Colonel Sanders back in the day, but if you want some real good chicken, just come to the Nunley household, and we'll fix you right up with the best chicken in the world. And that goes for ribs and just whatever, you know.
Piggly Wiggly chicken is pretty good. Pretty darn good. Okay, what Sparky says.
Spunky Sparky.
We don't have a Piggly
We don't
Wiggly.
have Piggly Wigglies here. But we have dollar stores and Walmarts, and that's about it. But thank you guys for showing up. Is there anything else that we need to talk about, honey? Thank you, Shay.
I'm trying to get to the end of the...
Apologies to everyone who called in and did not get to speak. Please try again the next open mic week. And sometimes we just get going, and you just can't stop when the truth is flying out there. And like I say, apologies to those who called in. I know there's several of you. Please try again. Don't give up, okay? We want to know, and we'll know what you know. We want to hear you, what you have to say. And if you can teach us something, great. And if we can teach you something, then we both come out a winner. So
Aristotle says every donation goes to Letitia's drone repair fund.
Right.
No, it's going to go to the wall fund.
Yeah, the drone's fine. It's the wall that's just about torn down. But that's okay. I'll be handling the drone chores, and she can take over the night vision, and I'll also be handling some of the thermal duties too.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's the way it's going to be.
I'm pretty sure you'll be handling the throne, the drone, and I'll be handling the thermal and the night vision.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. We love you. Thank you for your support and your confidence in us and all your help. We couldn't do this without you guys. We started out with a flashlight and a cell phone, and that's it. And because of your generosity, we're going to get some of the best. We've already got some of the best evidence ever, just in the last few months. Me and the Brotherhood and the Wolf, and my associates and I. Now it can only be better now that we have these things. We'll be going back to the LBL soon, and we're also going to go out really soon. The good thing about where we live is we don't have to drive. We can drive 5 minutes and be right in the heart of monster country. So here's Kentucky, right in between the Green and Ohio rivers, river bottoms everywhere. So that's where these things live. And we'll be going out soon. You guys take care of each other.
Wait a minute. Smurfy has a question. Can we take pictures with the thermal and night vision? We can actually we have a thermal and night vision camera that actually takes video.
Pictures and
video. So
we
have a really, really nice, thanks to you guys, just blessing us that we have a incredible thermal that will take video and pictures in all different color palettes. We have a color night vision. So we'll be able to bring y'all some really great content. So
right. If we'd had this thermal a couple months ago, the world would still be reeling in amazement at the thing that we saw at that old iron bridge down in LBL. So hopefully we're gonna get it. The next time is going to be the best time. So you guys take care of each other. Thank you so much for being here. We love each and every one of you, all of our YouTube friends and extended family. And just remember, when things get hard and get difficult, and they're going to, there's no doubt we have Russian warships right off the coast of Florida and a nuclear submarine. They're not there just for looks, right? So when things get bad, just remember, don't be scared, be prepared. Jesus Christ is the only answer. He is the way, the truth, and the life. So get right with God and everything will be all right. Put your faith in Him. And you want to be scared of all the things, the terrible things that are coming on this world very soon. So have a great night. Thanks for being here again. And hopefully we'll see you all next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock.
And please remember to pray for all those that are needing prayers tonight.
Yes.
See everybody next Wednesday.